And they could hear it.
Having straight to an attorney killed 2 people.
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
Going on. So they were in a locked room and they were on lockdown.
A terrifying Monday morning in Summerlin as a man
How would he lock 2 people in a room though?
Building and opens fire.
They had to do something, bro.
And the gunman is, as well as the shooting, put an entire community on edge and triggered a massive emergency response. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Vanessa Murphy.
I'm Brian Loft. His sources identifying the victims as prominent lawyer Dennis Prince and his wife Ashley. All happened at a law office on West Charleston, right near Pavilion Center, prompting roadways
what
to
state
be
is
shut down
this?
for hours.
Oh, this was Vegas. This is Nevada.
Press conference. We'll bring it to you as soon as it's happened. They're starting now. Let's listen in.
How would he kill 2 people?
On the incidents that transpired here.
Did they catch him?
Conducting a follow-up briefing to clean up anything maybe that was left unanswered, or different additional facts that we've learned since the initial briefing. I'll start from the beginning. Earlier today at approximately 10:04 a.m., we received a report of a shooting
10 in the morning is crazy,
inside
bro.
the City National Bank building located at 10,801 West Charleston, which is located directly behind me. Specifically, it was at the 5th floor.
The suspect was the ex-sister.
Our officers responded to a report of shots fired and numerous gunshots in the building. Officers arrived on scene in very quick fashion. As the sheriff briefed out earlier today, we treated it as an active
what be going
shooting.
on the other side of the world,
along
bro?
with our fire department to see if there was an actual active shooter. Fortunately, we were able to see that the scene was located in a very in one specific suite. That's Suite 560, which is the Prince Law Group. As officers went into that suite, they located the scene of the shooting, and they located our 3 deceased victims.
3 people dead?
Is a female in her 30s. Another one is a male in his 50s. Our suspect is also deceased here on scene, and he is a male in his 70s.
70-year-old? 70-year-old killed 2 people? They had to do some bullshit time.
From the initial briefing is very similar to what has already been reported on the papers, is that there were 7 people here taking part in a deposition inside the Prince Law Group. 3 of them represented one party, 3 of them represented the other part, and 1 was a court report.
They said 3 dead.
Shortly into the deposition, approximately 3 to 4 minutes, one of the suspects stood up and began opening fire on the 2 victims across
Had to be over some money.
the table from him.
Ain't no way.
Unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, they are deceased. They're on scene here, and the suspect is deceased also.
They got killed,
the
though.
other people
That's
who were
crazy,
in the
bro.
room at the time of the shooting, thankfully, were able to quickly get away, call police, and everyone else has been cooperative and interviewed by police. Please keep them in their prayers, no matter what side of this table they are on at this time. This is a pretty traumatic event. And we believe there is no additional threats at this time based on any evidence we have. Our homicide team is on the scene. They're conducting their investigation. We'll be out here for an extended period of time as we conduct our investigation. Again, most of the crime scene all the crime scene pretty much is located in Suite 560. Real quick, for all the people who go to work here at City National Bank, the building here, all of them were evacuated, and they did so very orderly, and they were able to move them over to the Red Rock Casino, who helped us out with containing all of them.
It's right where everything is at in the area, bro. I know mad people heard that.
So they can get their belongings and get their car. That
Ain't
was
even
here.
scared.
The only issue is if
while
they
I
work at Suite 560, because then we have a little bit of a crime scene. We're trying to figure out another way to get people in there. But any other suites, if you're here right where I'm briefing this, across the street from me, the entrance to the parking garage, you can go to those officers right there, approach them, tell them that you're here to pick up your property. They'll escort you into the building or escort you to your car to get it. Just please provide some type of credentialing that shows that you belong at the building. With that, I know there's probably a lot of questions here. I'll take any additional questions you may have. Go ahead.
How did the gun get into the building and past any security measures?
I don't know right now specifically what security measures are at this building.
Earlier they mentioned that they were investigating his car in the parking
Yes.
garage. What was found inside it?
That was a preliminary investigation. So anytime you have a shooting like this, which is possible a active shooter when it first started, you're always going to be looking for the mode of transportation of how they got there, and then you're going to conduct your evidentiary search warrant to see if there's any evidence that was left inside of the car. Right now,
They let a white dude through, bro. They know they ain't checking for. He normal, right? Nigga not normal. They got the blick on him. Walking right through there with a suicidal. Bah! Shot
And then
him.
you have the evidentiary
Now what?
back for the criminal
Done
investigation.
up.
We are serving a search
Shit
warrant
crazy,
right now,
bro.
earlier today, and it's still going on right now.
Out there in
At the
Las
suspect
Vegas.
residence, which is located in the area of Buffalo and Desert Inn. Our teams are there right now, and we're doing a search there also for similarly any evidence, anything that would explain motive. We believe we have a good idea of what the motive is right now, but anything confirming what that motive is.
That manyan. They ain't gonna say that though. They was cutting that
And we're not
deal.
releasing any of the names right now. That is done by the coroner. The coroner releases evidence related inside that vehicle.
You mentioned that they actually fled the room, the others in the room at some point. Was there any indication that before the gunman shot himself that he was trying to target?
He shot himself after. Oh.
Based on what I have right now, it appears our two victims were the very specific target.
That's crazy.
Where is that box, like the front?
In that suite for the deposition, and it was treated by police as an active shooter situation. For those that work into the building,
You're not really explaining what's happening, what's going on.
To a safe location. The building will remain open in terms of those who work there, except for, as police mentioned, suite 560.
Of course they gonna still have the building running.
Yeah, and Lieutenant
Still gotta
Jason
make money,
Johansson
bro.
saying the two victims were the intended target. 7 people in that room, as you mentioned, involved in a deposition, a child custody case, who we've interviewed. Several times here at 8 News Now, the shooting happening inside his law office. Attorney Robert Eglett, a close friend of Prince, calling this a family's worst nightmare. I talked with him on the phone earlier, just devastated. He says in addition to their infant child, they both had children from previous relationships. Dennis, a preteen son, and 2 adult children. Ashley, a full... Representing his wife Ashley. Sources tell us Joe Houston shot and killed Dennis and Ashley Prince before turning the gun on himself. Now, as we mentioned, this happening at a custody deposition. Oftentimes these are
They be your own family member. That shit crazy.
Of course, no one expected any of this.
Shit
And
unexpected as
families of
hell.
those evacuated from those upper floors of that summer.
Nah, that's the end of that. I can't keep getting into that because that was a little bit OD just now. Just some random killing in the middle of Las Vegas. Like, that should be random as hell. Hella random shit happening in the world right now. That's the end of that reaction video. We got motion. We get money. It's your boy WG Kwong. I'm out.